Good evening everybody and welcome back to episode 125 of Enter Crypto, where twice a day I keep you informed and fully up to date on all things crypto. If that sounds like something you'd be interested in, then subscribe to the channel. I put out a new video every 12 hours. So today we're going to be talking about BBC News's article, and it's in their London section, and it's titled Cryptoqueen, Has the Missing Fugitive Reappeared? So this, just by looking at the photo, I haven't read this article yet, but I know that this lady was involved in some kind of scam. I think it was called Coin One or OneCoin or something like that. It was from years ago. I cannot for the life of me remember what year it was, but it was. I think I was quite new to crypto, and she was already in it and working in crypto, or scamming, whatever you want to call it, working. But she was some kind of Ponzi or something like that. And I remember that she just disappeared all of a sudden, and the police and Interpol and everybody were looking for her. The FBI, I think, even wanted her for this fraud, and she never got found. So she's still wherever she is, she's still if she's still alive, that is, she's still walking around somewhere. The authorities never caught up with her. That's what my knowledge is up until now. So it looks like she's still, judging by the title of this article, on the run. And she's reappeared somewhere, possibly, or there might have been a sighting of her. So let's jump in. When a plush London penthouse flat bought by the missing crypto queen RUJA IGNATOVA reappeared on the market, it appeared the fugitive scammer was orchestrating a sale from the shadows. The same week, her £12.5 million ultimate penthouse was listed for sale. New UK transparency rules meant Miss Ignatova was publicly revealed as the owner. But the OneCoin fake cryptocurrency founder hasn't been seen for 5 years and currently sits on the FBI's 10 most wanted list. The BBC previously revealed how she secretly bought the 4-bedroom penthouse, said to have once been stuffed full of expensive artwork and designer clothes, after financial regulators in at least one European country had already issued a warning about her fake crypto. Miss Ignatova, a 42-year-old Bulgaria-born German national, disappeared on the 25th of October 2017 after being tipped off about intensifying police investigations into her Sofia-based scam. OneCoin, created in 2014, is one of the biggest known of such scams, with the FBI estimating its value at $4 billion. I can't believe it's that amount. That's a huge amount, especially for back then. I didn't realise it was that big. In the UK alone, the BBC estimates that investors lost more than £100 million, pounds. Layla Begum from Bow, East London, says her family lost more than £54,000 in OneCoin when she was persuaded to invest by a family friend. But now neither the UK police nor Miss Ignatova herself are behind the sale of her Kensington pad. Instead, it is prosecutors in the northwest German city of Bielefeld, the BBC can reveal. Better known for its Dr. Oetker headquarters. If you don't know what Dr. Oetker is, it's just it's a food company. They make pizzas. I know it's not popular everywhere across the world, but it is an international company, and it's very popular where I live. And 13th century castle quaint Bielefeld is also home to economic crime specialists who are leading European efforts to prosecute the OneCoin ringleader. With the approval of Bielefeld's prosecutors, Miss Ignatova's London penthouse went back on the market this month. The flat has been subject to a Guernsey court order since the 4th of November 2021, the day after the BBC revealed how the Channel Islands offshore secrecy obscured her purchase. Before Miss Ignatova was declared the owner of the property, the formal owner was a Guernsey-based company registered at the address of Aquitaine Group Limited, a wealth manager who has never replied to the BBC's questions about their work for the Crypto Queen. Bielefeld's prosecutors have also accused Miss Ignatova's German lawyer of money laundering for transferring €20 million to fund the purchase of the penthouse and a second flat in the same building. Martin Breidenbach denies the charge. His trial, along with 2 others, continues. When the Kensington penthouse reappeared on the market, the asking price was £12.5 million, £1 million less than the price paid in 2016. It was later reportedly reduced again to £11 million, but it is no longer listed for sale. The estate agent Knight Frank did not respond to the BBC's questions about whether it had been sold, but reiterated that it complied fully at all times with its legal and regulatory obligations. So I wonder if this has been sold actually to a private, to a private individual. And I mean, for somebody who can afford 12, 11, 10 million pounds, it's like 13 or 14 million dollars for a house. You may be somebody famous, you may be somebody who you might value your privacy and you might not want people to know, because there's not many people with that much money lying around. So my guess is, and it is just a guess, that someone's probably bought this behind the scenes and stopped it being advertised for sale. And they're trying to sort of preserve their own privacy. So under new transparency rules, a failure to list the ultimate owner of a UK property can prevent it being sold in the UK had Miss Ignatova not been disclosed as the penthouse owner by the 31st of January 2023. A sale might not have been possible. The new legal requirements also demand the owner's usual residential address is filed. In Miss Ignatova's case, Companies House would not confirm if it had been provided with such an address for the fugitive, but said we work closely with law enforcement colleagues. So they may have found a way around this. There may be legal ways of finding her if she's obviously under criminal investigation, or even being convicted. I'm sure they've got ways of doing it. Senior prosecutor Gerald Rubsam hopes any proceeds of the sale of the London penthouse might one day compensate OneCoin victims. Initially, we're trying to avoid the money going back to the people behind the scam. That's our first idea, to take away money earned by crime, he said. It's not clear yet whether money will go to OneCoin investors. We have to wait and see how things progress. OneCoin investor Miss Begum was pleased the German authorities had approved the penthouse sale, but was critical of the way City of London Police had handled its investigation. She said, I do believe that the UK authorities need to help everyone that's British and has legitimate evidence to say, that's my money that went into OneCoin. We need that kind of support, and I think they've just been really slack about it. It's a lovely apartment, isn't it? In 2019, the City of London Police had ended its OneCoin investigation, saying it was unable to identify any OneCoin assets in the UK. Detective Inspector Paul Curtis told the BBC the force has provided assistance to foreign law enforcement partners in respect of their investigations and will continue to do so. In December 2022, OneCoin's co-founder Sebastian Greenwood pleaded guilty in New York to fraud and money laundering charges, but the search for Miss Ignatova continues, with the FBI offering a $100,000 reward for information leading to her arrest. And I did also remember reading, I don't know if this is just total nonsense or if it was valid or not, but I do remember reading, I'd say it was about 2 or 3 years ago, that she had been and altered her face through surgery, and I'll try and find a link for that, because like I say, it was a long time ago. I just remember reading something about it. I have no idea, I can't remember where I read it, but I'll have a look for it, and if I can find the article, I'll leave a link in the description box below. Another thing to note is just a word of caution on these types of things. I know this is a long time ago, but scams constantly appear because scammers constantly get better at doing it. And the thing to live by in crypto, or anything actually, but crypto especially, because there are so many scammers, is to, if it's too good, if the investment opportunity or the thing that you're going to put your money in sounds too good to be true, it probably is, and it really is it was in this case, but it usually is. If anyone's offering you over 7-8% returns on your capital, there's I'm not saying they are scams, but there's a high possibility it will be a scam. It's one of the first things to look at. If the yield is just like off the charts, 20, 30, 40%, 50%, that's just that, because it's not sustainable. That those percentages to return are just not sustainable. So it's not a viable business model. The tokenomics are completely screwed, and it's just a scam. It's just trying to get people in by getting that sort of FOMO going up in people's minds, and also they give a lot of sort of loyalty rewards. Kind of will give you extra tokens if you introduce a family member, which was the case in this Mrs. Begum's case where she lost, I think it was 47,000 quid. So you know, people can even sort of recruit you into these investment ideas without even knowing it's a scam. Your family member could be legitimately think it's a good idea, but be mistaken, and then try to, you know, get somebody else involved, somebody that they love, because they want them to also profit in this thing. And in actual fact, it's the people behind the scenes running is illegal or is a scam. So be really careful. It's not her fault. Obviously, there's been a lot of lies and a lot of deception involved in this. So you can't blame the person investing in it, but. Really work hard when you're researching projects to put money in, because there's nothing in, you know, finance is more valuable than your capital. You have to do everything you can to protect that, and really be ultra defensive, especially in crypto, because it's unregulated. So there are massive opportunities in crypto, massive. But there are also a lot of scams and a lot of negatives as well that you've got to try and sift through to make it worth it in the end. So be careful is my message. That's what I've got for you this evening, guys. Thank you for watching, thank you for listening. Remember, everybody, to please subscribe to my channel, join my team, and I'll keep you updated on all things crypto every 12 hours. Smash that like button if you feel you got value from this video, and I'll see you all in 12 hours time.